Hello and welcome to Rarely Rad. Haley and Isabel are here. We had to take off last week. We were just all over the place. Isabel was traveling and we're back.
Whoop. Okay, so I kind of thought of something. So I went back pink. I haven't been pink in a couple months now, I guess. This one lasts a lot. Like the other one I use is like a conditioner. It lasts for like 2 washes. Like this one, last time I did this one, it lasted me like 3 months. And like when I went to Nashville, remember I did it right after Christmas.
Yeah.
I did it like deeper then, so we'll see. And I have like a whole thing.
Do
So
you
I
have no weddings coming up?
not until May.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we're done with weddings. In May, we have 4 weddings, and then we have one every weekend, and then the weekend after that, I have a bachelorette party.
None of them happen to overlap.
Right? I was like, why? Why?
Because then you obviously have an excuse of like, sorry, I already said yes to this one, can't do it. But instead, you're living at weddings.
Yeah, well, I was trying to get the bachelorette to overlap with one of the weddings because this one wedding, like, it's Austin's friend. I've met him a couple times, like, and even he was like, this is like if I could skip one wedding, like, that would be the one. But of course, that didn't work out in my favor. No surprise.
Nothing ever does.
Yeah. But the good thing is they're all within like the vicinity of Charlotte. So hoping to do is just like do an Airbnb until May and then just live in Charlotte for a month.
Yeah, that just kind of seems like a pain in the ass with your stuff.
I mean, I'm moving all my stuff. I mean, honestly, like some things I could probably leave at like a friend's house. Like I don't want to pack my air fryer. I don't need to pack like my vacuum. So like, and then there's like, I'll just be like, can I just leave this here until I come back? And
Yeah.
it's just 1 month. You know what I mean? It's not like it's an air fryer. Like how much is it really taking up?
You guys can use it.
Yeah, and it's a really good air fryer. I got it on sale. It's like a really good brand. The one that nobody knows how to say. It's like Sur La Table or however the heck you say it. It's like a really good brand, and I got it for kind of cheap. I got it for like $50.
Nice.
Yeah. And it's like small, so it doesn't take up a lot of room. Because the other one we had was like so bulky.
Yeah, mine is huge, but I feel like when air fryers were starting to become mainstream, I got one then. And I think that's when they were super bulky. And now they've probably made them a little bit smaller.
Yeah, that's how mine was. We got ours as like a Christmas gift, and it's just like, bulky.
Yeah.
Also, one thing I was going to bring up on my hair, because I know that at one point you mentioned like going auburn.
Uh-huh.
Why don't you just do this, what I'm doing? The thing is like $30. It's huge. And it's like, you just leave it in for like 30 minutes. And then if you decide you don't like it, you can, obviously it goes away. And if you do like it, just keep like re-adding stuff into it.
I'm having like a hair crisis kind of because there's like some like I want to like kind of just cut it all off, like go straight bob again and just like switch it up and have something new. Because I've been growing out my hair now literally since COVID.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, I kind of want something different. And obviously on my bingo card, I had get my hair done this year and we're now entering November. So that's clearly not happening. And so I'm like, okay, do I just like chop it all off? And I don't know about color anymore because like I'm kind of vibing with the gray hair right now. I don't know what it is, but like I'm really digging it.
Yeah.
And so then I don't want to put color on, and that was always like my number one rules. Like I don't want dye and put color on my grays. And so that's why I would go more blonde because it would just kind of blend.
Yeah.
But when I did go dark and I did have obviously grays back then, I just did a gloss. So I don't really consider that like hair dye because it's just glossing your hair. Maybe I'm totally wrong there, but from talking to my hairstylist back then and I told her I didn't want to dye it, she was like, yeah, we'll just do a gloss. I'm like, don't know the difference, but sure.
I also think like blonde is out.
Yeah.
It's because I think, and like, I guess like I was really blonde at some points.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks so inauthentic.
Well, I saw TikTok like 2 days ago or something. And it was like this girl it was a hairstylist doing this girl's hair. And the hairstylist was like, I call this the college blonde. Where like you are so blonde. There's no dimension. There's nothing. It's just like white.
And you get like blonde washed where you're like, oh, I'm not really that blonde. And because I would go to my hairdresser, I'm like, I don't feel like I'm really that blonde. She's like, you're really blonde. I was like, am I? Like, I don't see it.
No,
and
100%.
Also, like, I don't know. For one, I think I'm just going to go back to my natural hair color. Like, I'm not going to dye it really. I'm just kind of letting it grow out. The way my hairdresser does it, it looks like ombre-ish. So it's like not really that bad. And then, I don't know, maybe at some point I'll get it dyed. Like once it like hits shoulder length, maybe like the roots hit like shoulder length,
Yeah.
maybe I'll go get it done. But for one, I don't want to find somebody in New York because that sounds expensive. And I don't know, I don't go back to Charlotte until May, so maybe then, and like I don't know, just blend it in. But I just enjoy being pink, so there's
I'm
no
just kind of over it. Like I
Yeah.
don't want to spend money on it. And I just kind of think to like I don't spend money on anything cosmetic
Yeah.
at this point. Like I haven't done my hair in almost 2 years now.
Yeah.
I literally don't get my nails done. I don't get my eyebrows done. I cut my own bangs. I don't even do Botox or anything. I did my own like lash lift and tint. So I'm just like, it is what it is. Like if I can cut out those expenses, like I'd rather just honestly, it's bad, but like spend it on margaritas.
Yeah, I mean, I was getting my nails done because it was through my gym membership. So I was like, I have these credits left over. They don't roll, like these won't roll over. I might as well just use them on something because I'm losing money if I don't.
Yeah.
But since I moved up here, I just paint my nails every weekend. My nails have gotten back to being strong. Obviously, I do my own hair and I use the kitchen scissors to cut my hair. Cut like 4 inches off. It was really long. I mean, it's still really long, but it was like, imagine this like 4 inches longer.
Yeah. Well, I had that. You know how like sometimes you look at people and you're like, you need a haircut?
Yeah.
Like I think there is a such thing for a lot of people where like their hair is too long.
No, and I think as we get older, too long hair, it like looks weird. And also, you know what, this is crazy. There's actually been a study done, which this kind of sucks, but as a woman, if you have longer hair, you're less likely to be promoted because they see long hair. It's like a youth thing because most, you have long hair when you're younger. So they see it as like a youth thing. So they associate you with just being younger. I mean, I'm never going to have short hair again. I looked bad. Like it was just like the shortest I would do would be like that awkward like mid-length right above like my collarbone. But I feel like I've still got time.
Now that you're older, the short hair probably wouldn't look as bad. But since you were at that awkward age and everything, it was just horrific.
I would love to do like that long bob of Robert.
Yes. I literally, because when I chopped all my hair off when I was like, I don't know, 22, I had only ever had short hair before when I was literally like 10 years old. Yeah. And so I looked back at those photos and I was like, I pray I don't look like that.
Yeah.
I obviously didn't look like that. I now knew how to do my hair. I knew what I was doing. I mean, I really still don't know how to do my hair, but I knew a little bit more than I did when I was 10. Now I'm just like, yeah, I'm ready for something different. I want to change it up. And one of my concerns now is when I did cut it off when I was like 22, I was young. So like it didn't bother me having short hair and it making me look older because okay, great, it makes me look like I'm 26, whatever. Now I'm 29. So if I get
and grays
and I have gray hair. So I'm like, if I chop off my hair, like am I gonna look like I'm like 45?
Yeah.
That's like,
I guess you could like do like a kitchen scissor thing to here, and then if you're feeling like okay about it, then go get it. Because honestly, the kitchen scissors. I mean, I have straight hair, so literally it's just
I'll do kitchen scissors like haircuts, but it's only because my hair's so long, and so I'll just cut off maybe most 3 inches because my hair isn't as long as yours. But I know if I really boof it, I can then go get it fixed because I still have enough hair to get it fixed.
Yeah. I think this is another thing, long hair blind. Like I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, oh, my hair isn't that long. And now I'm looking at myself right now and my hair doesn't even fit within the frame. Like, it's like the bottom of my hair still isn't in the frame.
Yeah, no.
And then I was at the middle point in my life, but then I got self-conscious about my roots, and you can see roots less if you have like a side part. So now I'm back to the side part.
I know I saw you transitioning to it slowly, and I was like, no, what are we doing?
I know. It's just like I think I just got like self-conscious about my roots, and like now I'll probably go back to I was like maybe I'll go back to the middle, but that's a 2025 bingo card.
Is I see like influencers and like famous social media people that will like chop off their hair. But then in the summer, they have long ass mermaid extensions. And like, I don't have that ability. I'm not spending that type of money. Like one of my favorite influencers, Courtney Shields, she just cut off like all of her hair. Like she did a short bob like a few months ago, and then it kind of grew out to like probably like collarbone. And now I want to say the last 3 weeks, she's gone back and gotten it shorter and shorter and shorter. And it looks so good. But in the summer, when she wants to have long hair again, or if she wants to have long hair again in freaking December, she will, because she'll just go pay for those extensions and get them and stuff. And I'm like, I can't afford that. So like, it's a little bit more of a commitment for me than it is for her.
They do have really good extensions like on Amazon that I know people have tried.
Do you think I can do that?
Well, I think the problem with like extensions like that is like if you have short hair, your next layer is like super long.
Yeah.
It's not like when you get it done professionally, they like layer it to blend it in. Like you're not, dude. Speaking of, I remember when we went to dinner and this girl was like, yeah, I got extensions to make my hair thicker. And I was like, it literally looks the same.
When we both still had more hair than her, and we were like, wait, what?
She's like, can you tell? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, no. I got like hair thickness blind. And I was like, my hair isn't that thick. Like, do I need to get extensions? And I'm like, no.
I could tell that she definitely had more hair because like her hair was like this much.
Yeah, honestly, I'm like, how do people have that much hair? Like,
yeah,
remember
that one girl that played lacrosse with us?
Dude, that's just what I was thinking. Her ponytail was like
maybe your
yeah, it was. I was like, dude, maybe stop using heat. Like, you need to figure something out.
Yeah,
but she's married, so she's doing something right.
She figured it out. He didn't care she had no hair. I mean, I'll never forget. I remember when I dated the boy that cheated on me, which doesn't say much, but did I tell you that boy that cheated on me that then started dating girl that they broke up? Yes. Yes. If you're not watching the video, Isabel just gasped, basically.
I can't. Dude, did they move in together or no?
I don't think so. I really don't know any details or anything. I know he apparently broke up with her. This was like last weekend, 2 weekends ago. Outside of that, I don't know anything. I do know they were all moving that time, like a week before. Like, again, I don't have him on social media. I don't have her on social media. I don't have her roommate on social media. But her roommate had posted something on her story that it got sent to me that was like, my first big girl apartment done, whatever. And so I was like, I don't know. And that was her roommate. And then I don't know if girlfriend posted anything, but apparently cheating boy posted something about like moving apartments, or I don't really know.
Are they on public? Because I'll go lurk them on one of my other accounts.
I don't think so. I don't even look. But yeah, all of a sudden I got that text the other day that was like, by the way, boy broke up with girl. And I was like,
the thing is I feel like, and just like from kind of knowing the Vague in the past, is like he has another girl lined up.
He's never been single. Never been single. He might have been moving to move in with the other girl.
No, seriously, he's been talking to another girl. He's got another girl lined up.
100%. So yeah, I did find that out. I don't even remember what I was originally even saying. Oh, no. I do. We were talking hair. Just talking hair. One day he said to me, he was like, Haley, you're going to be gray before me. And I said, that's because you're going to be bald and not even have any hair on your damn head. And he was like, damn, you're right.
Yeah.
I was like, you give shit on me for having gray hair if you won't even have hair. At least I'm not balding.
Yeah, we're not into bald men. I'm not into the receding hairline.
No, not at all. Like, and this past weekend, I was with two of my guy friends. And one, I found out he's like becoming more of a guy friend, but I found out he's 36 years old. He has a full head of hair. Like, this man is never going to bald.
Oh, I know Austin isn't either. His dad is 70 and has the exact same amount of hair that Austin has. So I know Austin well, and like they have the same hairstyle, like the same like cowlick, all that stuff. So I know Austin's never going bald, which thank God, fuck that.
The two boys, they both had so much flow and hair, and I was just like, and people be dating bald men? Like, what? Why?
Yeah, I don't think that's for me.
It's definitely not for me. I like to play with the hair. Oh, lawyer came over yesterday and he has now decided he is changing up his hairstyle because he turned 30 and I think is having a crisis. And so he's now going for somewhat of a faux hawk look. It doesn't look bad, but we're talking and he was like, yeah, it's getting longer. And I was like, so like, how long are we like trying to get this to go? And he was like, I don't know, like Viking length.
Okay.
He just got back from his first time ever going to Europe. And I said, damn, went to Rome once and now wants to look like a Viking. And he was like,
that doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. Vikings
are in Scandinavia.
No, do you know the Rome Vikings?
No,
Oh my gosh, yeah, that was a thing.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, well, yeah, anyway, I was just bullying him, and then I told him that next year for Halloween, since he said, "I'll probably grow it out for a year." I said, "Well, that'll be perfect for your Halloween costume next year."
Yeah, we can be a Viking.
I was like, "Okay."
Okay, so one thing about Charlotte is everybody in Charlotte dresses the exact same. It's the black crop top, the jeans, and then, I was the only one wearing Vejas, which is kind of surprising because that is like a basic bitch shoe.
They're still in Hoka's.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. But I think one thing, like moving to New York, I feel like I'm kind of finding my personal style a little bit more. Like I feel
I would
like
agree.
like I'm liking things that I don't think I would. And then I don't know, I'm starting to think I'm a weird kid.
Well, we already knew that.
Yeah, I don't think I knew that.
No. Dude, you're literally wearing a Jurassic Park shirt right now.
Dude, I love dinosaurs. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, and you wear like pajama sets with like
yeah, I
lemurs
do.
all over
I like
them.
to sleep in style.
So you're just now realizing that you might be a weird kid?
Yeah, like, I've kind of like known. I was like, oh, like awkward kid maybe. Like not really like awkward. Like I thought people still thought I like fit in, but I don't think I do.
No, you don't.
I was
What
starting to
what
think,
made
like,
you realize this?
when I was in Charlotte this past time, I was saying
Okay.
to my friend Meg, and she was like, you know what? It's kind of weird that she's like, I don't think it's weird that you and Austin date. She's like, it makes a lot of sense. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, I don't think like not that you couldn't find anybody else or not that he couldn't find anybody else, but she's like, he lets you be weird. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, like you're kind of weird. And I was like, what? She was like, you kind of let him be himself, like obnoxious and like annoying, whatever. And I was like thinking about it, and I was like, ouch. And then, I mean, not really ouch. I was like, what?
You're like, now that I think about that, I am the only person that dances with my stomach going in a wave.
Yeah. And like, I don't know anybody else that wears like Jurassic Park t-shirts or
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I was like, it's kind of making sense now. But then I feel like I'm finding like some personal style. I feel like I'm like between like basic bitch, schoolgirl. I don't know what the other third is. I'm figuring that part out.
I think a big part of that is too that you are finally being exposed to more fashion.
Yeah.
Just like even walking the streets and seeing other people and how they're wearing things. So I think you're then taking what you're seeing and kind of making it your own. Whereas before the inspiration was all the same. And so
Yeah, I think so. And I think just like it's kind of hitting like the creativity in my brain, which like before in Charlotte, like I wasn't able to like get that because everybody looks the same.
yeah. But I do agree, like even from when I was there, a month ago or whatever, you were putting together outfits that like you would have never ever put together in Charlotte.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Okay, who is she?
Yeah. And it's like fun. Like I want to dress up. Like also like my friend said this, Lauren, she was like, Charlotte's kind of like the athleisure capital. And I was like, no, it really is. It's like Lululemon.
It really is.
And
Like,
so like in Charlotte, you could go to like a bar and like, I mean, like athleisure is like
also
cute if you make
Charlotte, everyone's like athleisure, and I think a part of that's the little rail trail. It's like cute athletic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it looks good, but like I wouldn't wear
Like-
that in New York.
The hot girl walk started in Charlotte.
No, yeah. It's like the mecca of basic bitches and Lululemon and hot girl walks.
When I was running the rail trail, it was just all like, I mean, constant, attractive, athletic looking people.
Yeah, it's like you run in style.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm wearing a sports bra that I've had since literally high school.
Yeah.
I'm like, I might need to up my game. I'm in biker shorts from Old Navy that were like $8.
Yeah, no, it's definitely like that's what I'm saying. You could go to like a bar in like Charlotte athleisure because it's still kind of stylish. In New York, I would never I want to dress up and like usually I'd go to a bar after work and just wear athleisure. Like today, I think I'm gonna do leather pants and something.
Yeah, that's so true. You were that way. I saw something come up on Facebook. I think it might have even been earlier today. And it was this girl in like a girls only Facebook page. And she lives in Atlanta and she made this post that was like, I'm starting to freak out because I'm like almost 30 and I'm still single. And like, I kind of want to make a group of like single, let's not freak out girls. And like, we can go out, we can wingman each other, we can take each other on girls' dates, whatever. Great idea, whatever. And her name was Susan. And I I just can't imagine having the name Susan or like a boy dating a girl named Susan.
No, that's like you have to be at least 50.
Right?
Also, like if your name is Susan, you go by like Suze or like Sue. Like
Maybe
if
even
you're at
Susan.
our age, I'm not putting Susan in my Facebook name. Like I'll put like
No.
Sue, not even Sue. I don't even know if Sue. Suze,
Yeah.
Susie, maybe.
I just can't imagine being on like a dating app and like Susan. No.
No, I mean I'd swipe left just because of the name.
Yeah. I mean, I do that with many names.
I will say I used to do that. I'd be like, oh, this name is like I don't know
I mean, I
something.
have my names of like past PTSD that can never date again.
Yeah,
And I have like my brother's name. I can't date someone with his name. That would be weird. So yeah, I just saw this Susan and I was like, Susan, maybe we just need a rebrand.
yeah. Maybe like we think of like a cute nickname. Maybe we go by like Sassy or something. You know?
Literally, I almost anything would be better.
Yeah, I think like you can. I feel like you can go by Sassy if your name is Susan.
And
Like
I
I feel
think it's different. Like my best friend from college, her name was Suzanne, like Suzann.
yeah,
And I think that's even different than Susan.
100%.
And also, she went by Suze.
That's what I'm saying. You go by Suze for Suzanne or
Yeah.
Susie or Sue. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I would like.
I
I'm
thought
not
there
gonna
was just so many better options. She's still going by that name. Like she has to have a middle name. Go by
Yeah.
a nickname of your last name. I don't know, but I was just like, girl. I also
Also, especially if you are like a transplant, like you have the perfect opportunity to just rebrand.
yeah, and not go by that.
I used to want to be a Belle so bad and like or a Bella, and I was like, dude, I'm
You're
just an
not.
Isabel.
No.
Like,
And it's funny for me too because like I feel like we probably talked about this before. Like I know you as like Isabel or Is. Like that's it.
but
But
that's
it's
what I am. Like to me, like I
what kills me is when other people call you Izzy.
I
And I'm
don't
just
think I'm
like,
an Izzy.
I'm like, who the fuck's that?
I feel like it's well, I mean, I don't and like I have no problem going by Izzy. Like a lot of people call me Izzy, but I think it's funny because a lot of people when they first meet me, they always call me Izzy and then they start calling me Isabel. Like Austin used to always be like, "Oh, Izzy's coming with." Or like even like my old friend group, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, Izzy's," you know, like
Yeah.
everybody called me Izzy and I don't it just transitioned to Isabel because they're like, "You're just not an Izzy."
They even got you a bag that said Izzy on it. Remember that?
That annoyed me.
I know. I remember because you were on like a bachelorette and you sent me a picture and you were like, okay, kind of wish they didn't put Izzy on this. Like Isabel or Is would have been cool, but Izzy, no.
Yeah. I was like, what am I now I can't really use this.
No, literally. And that's just not who you are.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know that person.
I feel like I also feel like I did try Izzy for a while, but I'm just not an Izzy.
No.
Like I said, I feel like is me. And I don't like I said, I don't mind going by Izzy. Some people call me Izzy and I think it's like acceptable for them to call me Izzy. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm an Izzy to you. And I accept that. Like I am an Izzy to you. But
Yeah.
I don't introduce myself as Izzy.
You know what the confusion might be?
What? Izzy from the
Your
block?
Instagram handle.
Yeah, no, I think that is a big part of it. But Isabel from the block doesn't sound as good.
No, Izzy from the block is definitely that's your Instagram persona, but like you aren't Izzy.
Am I gonna be 40 and still be Izzy from the block? I was thinking about that the other day.
I think about mine all the time because like mine is like Haley OC, and OC is obviously my last name, but like, what if I get married?
I think you could still go by Haley OC though. I feel like a lot of people just keep it. I think sometimes I find it annoying when people change their Instagram handle to their married name.
Me too.
Like,
I just had one girl do it today, and I was scrolling, and I was like, "Who the hell's that?" And then I was like, "Oh, you're now married, so you rebranded."
I'm like, you went out of your way to change your name. And it's like, I also know you haven't been to the Social Security office. So I know your name legally is not what your married name is.
Speaking of Instagram, I got a notification. Did you join Threads?
Yeah. Well, no, I've been on Threads for like when Threads came out, I like opened it up like to see what it was. I obviously never like went on because I'm a Twitter gal. Well, I actually tweeted, I'm like, so are we guys going to Threads or are we staying on Twitter?
So that's where I'm going to next. So yeah, all of a sudden I have a notification. I got one and like those notifications on Instagram for some reason like stay there for a very long time. Maybe I'm just not posting often enough, but I've been seeing them. All of a sudden, long-term ex apparently joined Threads last week. And so every time I went into my notifications, there he was at the very top. And I was like, okay, I don't need his name. Like, this is a little bit of a jump scare. Like,
Yeah,
why is he liking my post? Oh no, he just joined Threads. Woo! And then all of a sudden, I want to say yesterday or today, or maybe even Monday, I don't know. I got a notification that you joined, and it was like, Izzy from the block is now on Threads. Join her. And I'm like, are we trying to make Threads happen?
No, I was just somebody had made a comment on Threads and I just was looking to see what it was. So I downloaded the app. It was like
And
a
you let
celebrity.
every single person know that follows you that you have now downloaded the app. Just so
See,
you know.
that's embarrassing.
No, it kind of is.
I don't want people to know. Like I'm not even joining Threads. I was just looking at what somebody else posted.
No, it says Izzy is on. Let me go read the exact thing. It says Izzy from the block just joined Threads, Instagram's new text app.
It's kind of social suicide, I think.
It's like kind of embarrassing. And I'm like, who does this? Like, who is
Yeah.
actually joining Threads? Because
Yeah, like stay on Twitter.
yeah, like go to the OG. It's gonna be better. There's more people on it. The content's obviously endless. And you're joining Threads. I think Threads is just gonna be something that Instagram eventually just gives up on.
Yeah, it's kind of like Facebook stories.
Yeah, or like Lemon8 or whatever that was. I
forgot about that.
I
Or maybe
I only even remember it
Right.
because I see it on TikTok. I get the ads and it'll be like, "Do you love Pinterest? Well, you'll love Lemon8." I'm
Yeah,
sure
no.
I'm
I didn't
not
really join Threads. I just wanted to see what this lady had posted. And like I said, I tweeted to my Twitter friends, like, are we joining for Threads? Because then if like they were all joining Threads, like I guess I would be joining Threads.
yeah.
But since they're not, I'm glad you liked my tweet the other day. Was it yesterday? Oh shit, somebody texted me.
Is it the one that I responded to?
Yeah.
It
I'm gonna
was
retake
like
it.
life hack.
Oh yeah.
Don't text your boyfriend.
Oh,
So
trick to prevent you from texting your ex. Hold a drink in each hand.
oh yeah, and I commented back life hack. I was like,
Yeah.
she's smart. She's on to something here. Speaking of, I was super silly all weekend. It was Halloween weekend, so I was allowed to be. Friday, I had no plans. And so my friend called me and was like, should we do something? Should we not? And I was like, I don't know. I don't really want to spend money. I don't really know what the vibe is, whatever. So we were like, let's go get Mexican food. We'll get giant margaritas, some queso, and we'll see where the vibe goes. We don't eat past queso, AKA death, end up absolutely hammered. And she ends up leaving, finds a boy, whatever. She's like, are you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm great. I'm living the best life. And this is now at the bar at 30. And I go to leave. My phone's dead. Can't call an Uber with that. I, for some reason, walk to the apartment complex that like I know so many people live at. Luckily, I have my phone charger. Plug in my phone, go to charge it. My phone's doing that fun thing where it like gets to 1%, then turns right back off, restarts and gets to 1% and then turns right back off. So I can't do anything with it because it's literally not on long enough. The only thing I end up being able to do is calling one of my guy friends. He answers because it's like 3:30 in the morning. And he's like, hey, are you okay? I say, no. My phone turns off. Never turns back on. For some reason, I'm then like, I'm going to walk into the parking garage. I'm thinking my thought was maybe I'll run into someone else going into the building in the parking garage. I'll then get into the building and I'll go knock on one of my friends' doors because that's my best option right now. Sure enough, there's a cop in there. So I go over and talk to the cop. He charges my phone. I call an Uber. I get home. It's like now 4:20 in the morning. Great. That's Friday. Saturday, I have a Halloween party way up the northest of Georgia possible. Do that. I'm the only person in costume. I'm like, this is so lame. And I looked so cute. It was literally a Halloween party. It, like, whole invitation's like, wear costume, whatever. I dress up. I barely pull it together to even get to this Halloween party. And I'm the Tin Man. It's adorable. And no one else is dressed. And I'm like, I can't waste this costume. So I end up getting back to Atlanta around midnight and I go straight to the bar because I'm like, people need to see this cute costume. We run into friends, whatever. First off, this guy, he ends up sucking. He's so annoying. He's like this short little guy. He's a manager at a gym, the gym I want to join, which is even worse. At first, I was like, OMG, I have a connection. He's going to get me a free membership. Then he became annoying as hell. he comes over to me and he was like, I just have to tell you, the first thing I noticed about you, you're gorgeous, but the first thing I noticed about you is your jawline. I literally was like, this might be the best compliment of my entire life. I was
Yes.
like, is my gua sha working? Is my mouth exercises working? I was like,
Nose breathing.
yeah, I was like, no one can say anything bad to me ever again because my jawline is apparently snatched. I don't think it is, but I loved it. Guy ended up sucking. This is now how I know I'm a yap queen. I knew this, but we finish. The bar closes open, or yeah, closes. We go to post game, which is at someone's apartment in that building that I was at the night before. Everyone slowly kind of leaves. We're not even drinking. Me and these two boys yapped until 7 a.m.
It's wild. That sounds
I
horrible.
literally looked down and I was like, I need to leave. I
Yeah.
didn't sleep the night before. And now here I am at 7. I'm driving home at 7 a.m. People are out walking their dogs. I'm like, do I go to McDonald's right now and get breakfast? There's people in line at Starbucks already. I was like, I just ruined my entire day.
Yeah, that sounds awful. I didn't just get any sleep just because my life sucks. I didn't even do anything this weekend.
But you did something yesterday.
Oh yeah. I went to see I was like, what did I do yesterday? I went to see Seth Meyers. I think he fell in love with me. We made eye contact.
So is he like a late night host?
Yeah, so he used to do Saturday Night Live, and it was like the night, like the news part of it. I know if you saw a picture of him, you'd recognize him.
Yeah, I
I
just
will
looked him
say
up.
he was better than Jimmy Fallon.
Really?
Yeah, and I have a crush on Jimmy Fallon, and I kind of have the ick for Jimmy Fallon now after the show. I kind of want to go again to see if it was mainly the guest, but so I went to Seth Meyers, and what I liked about that show is that he came into the audience like during a break and was like, "Hey, like feel free to ask me questions," like interactive with the audience. Whereas Jimmy Fallon, like Kate Blanchett was his guest, and these stars fell off her shirt, and he was like offering the audience the stars off of her shirt. Like, and people were like, me. I was like, dude, like, what are you gonna do with this like paper star?
Do you think some of it is because like Jimmy Fallon, I would say, is more famous than Seth?
I think maybe, but I also feel like Seth came out before the show as well and was like, hey, da 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 da, blah blah blah, like talking to us, and then
Mhm.
did like an intermission, and then he was like got into the stage and was like actually talking to us. Whereas Jimmy Fallon was just like he was getting his makeup done, like on the set. It just like I don't know. It kind of felt like inauthentic, and my friend felt the same way too about Jimmy Fallon. Like I said, it's kind of one of those bucket items, like things. Like I'm really glad I did it, but I think I'm in love with Seth Meyers now. I think we're in love.
Who was his guest?
Molly Shannon. I know you've seen her. She's in White Lotus, like the crazy mom in the first season.
I never watched that show,
Oh,
so
you didn't watch that show? She's in a bunch of stuff. Like she used to do Saturday Night Live. She was like, I don't know. A lot of people know this one movie where she like goes like this and she's like a superstar. I don't know. I've never seen the movie. Catherine something something. People like know that from like, I don't know. She's in Only Murders in the Building.
I was just gonna say she's in The Grinch Stole Christmas.
Probably. She's actually really decently well known. She was really funny
She's in
too.
Talladega Nights, Santa Claus 2. Yeah, she's in a lot of things. Yeah, I don't know. I'm so bad with those things. I could see her on the street and just think she was an average woman.
Also, you know what's crazy? So you stand in line to get into the set and they have it closed so it's like you're on one side like by the wall. They actually walk past you. Like she walked past us, but she had like a hood so like you wouldn't see her, but it was like her. I was like,
And at that point, when you're standing in line, you still don't know who the guest is, right?
yeah, but this was as we were leaving. So
Yeah.
I obviously had seen her at that point. But yeah, once you actually no, you do know who the guest is, but you have to apply for tickets like a month in advance, and then you don't know who is going to be on the show at that point, and then you find out like a week or two in advance.
Gotcha. Did you ever decide, or did you just nix the whole idea of doing something for Halloween?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really thought about it at this point. Like last weekend, I feel like there was stuff. This weekend, I don't really have anything. Maybe I'll be Jurassic Park.
Be a weird kid.
Yeah, be a weird kid. I don't know. I kind of like nixed it. I think I also have a lot going on during the weekday this week, so I don't want
Yeah.
to
Well,
like
Halloween's
drink.
technically on Thursday.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to drink Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
True.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
That's
You
the
know?
skinny or bands of you.
No, exactly. And I'm already trying to make friends. Okay, that's one thing I've noticed. So it's kind of difficult to make adult friends, but I feel like it's a lot easier in New York because a lot of people understand that you're new. And it's also a lot easier for girls to make friends with other girls because I feel like girls would be like, oh, let's grab a drink after work or like let's go to like a happy hour. I feel like guys don't always have as much success. Be like, oh, do you want to grab a drink?
I
Like,
agree and disagree because I feel like boys can find a connection very quickly, unlike girls.
yes, but I also feel like it's because girls look for deeper connections than boys. Like boys can always connect over sports. Like
Yeah.
girls don't always have that, you know?
Yeah.
Like
But
I'm not
like,
gonna talk to a girl about Jurassic Park.
thank God. And Isabel still has no friends.
Yeah, exactly.
I just think like, I mean, literally say a boy out Monday night watching football somewhere. Another guy sitting there watching football. Hey man, like, do you watch football usually here? Oh, yeah, sometimes here, sometimes there. Well, I'd love to watch the game with you on Thursday. I think that's like so natural and happens so easily. I personally think it's much more difficult for girls.
I think I think maybe I think
I
Charlotte
think
was more difficult. New York has actually been like decently successful, and I think part of that maybe just comes with me being older and like growing into myself. Whereas I feel like at 22, like I didn't know who I was. I was drunk all the time.
I
I already
also
had
think
friends, so I didn't feel like I needed to make friends.
I also think you're this experimental of in New York, guys versus girls. I think Austin being your male subject and you being the female subject also skews the friendship making because I think Austin can talk to anyone and everyone, but he can very quickly become too much for someone.
See, I feel like the two friends, the two girls I'm meeting with, like I haven't initiated those conversations. Like the girl I'm having drinks with tomorrow, like Austin initiated those conversations and they had a lot of connections. They like knew we had mutual people that we knew.
Mhm.
And then the first girl, like you talked to her basically.
Yeah.
Maybe other people doing the initial discussion is easier for me.
Maybe. I just also like I feel like girls can also just maybe people in general can read a vibe very quickly. And so like you can kind of know like the girl you're seeing with today, like we maybe shared like 3 sentences with her. And one of them was that she was already married. And I was like, wait, you're married? And she was like, oh, I know, I'm a child bride. And I was like, I know you're cool. Like,
Yeah.
you're clearly like a normal, funny person. Whereas
Yeah.
like it could have backfired, but also if she was like, yeah, like duh, like I don't think you would have ever exchanged numbers with her and ever gone anywhere with her.
Okay, you know one thing also, and not that my friends aren't pretty because I think my friends are super pretty, but talking to gorgeous girls makes me nervous because I'm like, this can go because she can be a bit like sometimes gorgeous girls like have no personality because they've just gotten by being
Well, their
stuck.
personality sometimes is pretty.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. That's all they have, and so, and then I get so this is like one thing where I've kind of noticed that I'm a little bit weird. Like I get self conscious about being myself because I'm like, she used to bully people, and like I'm probably one of the people she used to bully. Like you know what I mean?
I guess. Yeah, I could see that too.
Like I don't know, or maybe I'm just like girl crushing. Like I'm like, oh, like I'm so nervous.
Hope they like me.
Yeah, like seriously. But I think also that has like due to the fact that I don't know, I've had that experience with like quote unquote gorgeous girls before where they've just been like, I know that like once I left, they were 100% talking shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No one wants to be friends with those people.
No, exactly. And so I don't know. We'll
Oh,
see.
so back to my Halloween. So I have this Halloween party coming up on Thursday on Halloween. I obviously don't have a costume. That's gonna be a last minute thing. I'm right now leaning towards being Oscar the Grouch
Nice.
from Sesame Street. I like think I can pull it together with very limited effort and it like be cute and look good. I had an epiphany last night. I was laying in bed and I'm just like trying to think of costumes. And because I like to be original, I like it to be fun, I like it to be clever. I don't want to be that basic girl. And I was hoping this past weekend when so many people were doing Halloween that like I would get some inspiration somewhere. And I just really didn't see many that I was like, okay, wait, that's good. I've never seen this before. Luckily, our podcast isn't viral, so like no one can steal this because I'm gonna have to implement it next year. Why has no one ever done a group of friends, girlfriends, obviously, fantasy football team? And we wear football jerseys and then dress up as like fairies and have little wings and like sparkles and like glitter and everything.
Wait, that's good.
Literally so good. All
Do
of
I
a sudden,
have
this
wings? I
what?
don't, dude, I might like go buy a pair of wings and do that today.
I literally was like, I kind of feel like you do need like a group though. But I was just like, this is so genius.
I thought about being Wanda. Like I've got the pink hair. I just need like a yellow t-shirt and like a wand.
Oh, like
Cosmo and
Cosmo and
Wanda.
Wanda?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just make Austin be Cosmo.
Yeah. The other one, I saw one that I really liked, and it was 3 people, and they did Pink Pony Club. So like one person was like pink, the other person was like a pony, and then a person dressed up like Clubby.
I also thought about being Pink Pony Club and just being it all me, but I'm pretty sure it's about like a lesbian club bar. And I was like, I don't need
It's a gay bar in LA, but like
Yeah.
a lot. It's like I don't know if you remember. You probably don't know about this, but Scandival.
Yeah.
That's where they like were at. That Abbey.
Wow. I
Yeah.
had no idea.
Yeah. So I think it, and they were straight. But like I think you could do Pink Pony Club and it like not be weird. I also saw somebody did Espresso with Sabrina Carpenter, which I was surprised I only saw one person do that.
You know one that I haven't seen that I also think is really good and super easy? Olivia Rodrigo Sour cover.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
You know Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah, but I don't know what sour is.
The cover of the album.
I don't think I've seen that.
Yes, you have, where she has stickers all over her face and she has her tongue out and it says sour on it.
I have not seen that.
Dude.
You know I don't listen to music.
Oh, true.
You could do, if you own a bunch of green, do Brat, like the album, but that's kind of boring. I mean, I would do that.
Let me see. Olivia Rodrigo album cover. You've definitely seen this, dude.
Does she have another one with a purple background?
No, that is the purple background. That is her album cover.
No, I think her first album has a purple background too.
Guts. That's
I don't know, the one where that first album that like went super viral.
Is that not Sour?
Is it?
I'm pretty sure Sour's like her number one. And like isn't that like what like Traders on, Driver's License, Good for You? Like all those songs are on Sour.
Oh, I guess so. Oh yeah, so I've seen that, but I never realized. I just thought it was like I've never looked at it really. I just knew she was standing there in a purple background. I didn't realize she had like stickers on her face and stuff.
Yeah, I just think that would be such an easy costume, and I'm kind of surprised I haven't seen that this year. Like,
yeah,
literally,
you could do those star pimple patches. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be a great way to cover up if you're breaking out.
It'd be so humbling though if like a boy was just like, So like, what's going on here?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I need to figure shit out. Maybe.
No. I'm hoping that Oscar the Grouch I can pull it together. I did make 2 emergency Amazon purchases last night for it. So we'll see if I can like put it all together and then it makes sense. If not, I don't know what my next idea is. That's basically my one idea.
I think you go with the star pimple patches.
Dude, I don't know if I'm ready for that. Oh, my other idea. So I'm going to this party with 2 of our guy friends, and one's like darker skin and one's like lighter skin. And then I have my potential costume that I've still not ever worn as a Hershey Kiss, where like it's the dress I wore to New Year's last year. So it's like a silver little dress. And then I just put like a white little ribbon in my hair and be a Hershey Kiss. Easy, cute, not overdone. And I like one could be dark chocolate, one could be milk chocolate, and I could be the Hershey Kiss. So that's my other plan. I'm not sure if they're going to be on board with it, especially like, but if I do Oscar the Grouch, then one of them could be like Elmo and one could be Cookie Monster.
Or Big Bird.
Yeah.
If he's
See,
tall.
So many options. So I'm trying to get that figured out, but I did text them literally 3 hours ago and I said, "So what costume are we wearing?" And neither of them have responded.
You can do Pink Pony Club with them.
You're gonna be pink and you're gonna be pony. I'm gonna be club.
Exactly.
All right, y'all. Well, I think we're gonna finish it up here. Thank you for tuning in another week at Rarely Rad. New episodes mostly every Wednesday, unless we're being a little crazy. Like, comment, subscribe, download, do all the things because you know you love us. And we'll talk to y'all next week. Bye.